Did we do it for the Vine?
Happen to find out.
Yeah. Tap in. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Tap in, come vibe for a minute. Two friends talking life, yeah, we really just living. From anime fights to the games we be winning. If it's nerdy or funny, yeah, you know we get in it. No script, no plan, just vibes in the mic. 1 minute we deep, next minute we hype. Debating who's strongest, who wins in a fight. Then switch to real life, like you good, you alright, ayy. Whatever you into, we talking about it. So tap in, and let's get it. Tap in, you already know what it is.
Welcome to the Tap In Conversation podcast. I'm Jobie,
And I'm Kobe.
and today we're going to be talking about Vines. Some people call it TikTok's granddaddy, precursor for short form content, and pretty much the first few instances of truly going viral. How are you doing today?
I am doing excellent today. I'm glad to be off work. How about yourself, Jobie?
I know that's right, man. Excited, ready to get through this week, ready to get up to Tennessee and make some more content for the pod.
Mm-hmm. You and me both, man. You and me both.
Today's episode is all about Vine. We're going to give you a little bit of the history. Then we're going to go through a draft. We're going to draft our favorite Vines. And then have another edition of If Music is Therapy, Then Who's Your Therapist? Followed by a Vine themed trivia from Kobe. So a little bit of that Vine history. So it launched in 2013, but it was created in 2012. And I found that interesting. So they had a year of like beta testing before they launched the app to the public.
I actually didn't know they started in 2012. I thought it started like the earliest of like 2013.
I mean, 2013 is when it was released to the public, but it went through some
It's
beta
fu-
testing and some bug testing as well. But speaking of 2013 to maybe about late 2015, early 2016 is what was considered like the golden age of Vine. That's where you had like guys like the Paul brothers, King Bach, Marlon Webb, Thomas Sanders. These guys were ruling the platform at that time.
No, they definitely did. I even did put King Botch on here too with Lele Pons and
Mm-hmm.
Furlan too.
Brittany Ferlin, another good one I remember. I vaguely remember Lele Pons. I don't think I know
She
her from
did like
Vine.
she was very popular on Vine. She was one of the first, I would say, popular female on the Vine app when she like first started. She does like a lot of relatable skits, just
Mm-hmm.
high energy, just being goofy. Just she has a very goofy, bubbly like personality.
Okay.
Like I think one of her vines that I still find today was like so funny. She goes through different stores, I guess pricing like the different waters from like different store. Like she saw one from like I think it was the Dollar Tree. She was like $1. I'm gonna see if I can get this cheaper somewhere else. And then she goes to I think Family Dollar or Dollar General trying to find cheaper water. And then it just ends her going back to originally to Dollar Tree to get the same dollar water that she was like looking at. And I'm like, girl.
Oh, yeah. I know who she is now because she did like, it was similar. It was like some kind of drink, but she compared like the dollar store and she went to Target and she's like, no, I'm going back.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I
That's
remember
her.
who that is.
That's her.
Yeah, and
Yeah, she even hosted one of the Met Galas. I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago. She was one of the interviewers at the Met Gala.
mhm.
So like she's really hit it more after Vine even, took a dive and still out here making money, just doing her own thing and just interviewing people and like stuff like that.
Right, and that kind of reminds me of like the Paul brothers. You know, you got Jake Paul, who's like a boxer, and like he was on Disney Channel for a while. Then you got like
Hmm.
Logan Paul, who did the boxing thing, and now he's like in the WWE as a wrestler, which is pretty cool because I was a wrestling fan when I was a kid. You know,
Yeah.
him and KSI from like the Sidemen, they started that the Prime hydration drink.
Hmm. I still haven't really drunk yet, sadly, so have you ever tried prom before?
Not the hydration drink. I've had the energy drink before. Um,
Okay.
but I think the hydration drink is maybe like coconut water, maybe. So it's like a healthier hydration drink, quote unquote.
To, like, buy me one and just sample it to see how, like, good it tastes. Because 'cause I've seen them everywhere on every commercial, YouTube, TikTok, just talking about the prom, and I'm like, "Let me try you out just to see how good it is."
Right, and it's crazy to think about how all these guys and gals from Vine have hit it big and gone on to do Main Street things, like you mentioned, Lele Pons doing the Met Gala, and then the Paul brothers hitting it big. King Bach, he has a discography now. He's been in several movies, and
Mhm,
it's amazing how people were able to use this platform to not only put themselves out there, but to get the publicity and eyes on them to hit it big.
mhm. Especially, King Bach. I mean, he has one of the biggest followings
Hmm.
when he was on Vine. So, like, afterwards of going from Vine into, like, um movies and, like, different, like, shows and just to really put himself out there to be like, "Hey, guys, I'm not just only a content creator from Vine, but I'm also, like, I can be an actor,
Hmm.
I can model if I need to, like, I can do other things just besides, this." Like, since it's slowly being shut down and it's leaving, like, "Hey, like, I can still spread myself out where I can have a bigger resume of, like, different things." And I think that's, like, wonderful to, to have.
Right, and all these people having the success, it wasn't always like that. So, do you know why
Mm.
Vine actually like shut down?
Um, I kinda was looking at it a little bit. I know at one point Twitter took over it,
Hmm.
and then I know where, Instagram and Snapchat in those eras where they were slowly incorporating the 15-second clips and having people make their own clips instead of like a 5, 6 like a instead of the 5, 6 second, short clips, they added their own 15 to, like, 10 seconds, and I think maybe that was one of the reasons why, Vine was kinda shutting down because you have other companies that's taking that same idea and implying it to their own apps where you can have your own people come to there, and then they can just make their own stories and clips and do whatever and post them there versus Vine.
I wouldn't say it was the apps alone in the you know in the downfall of Vine. All
Okay.
these popular creators realize they can make more money on the other apps. You talk about Reels from like
Yeah.
Meta or Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and then YouTube.
Mhm.
A lot of these content creators transform to other platforms where they can actually make money, and that's where Vine failed. They all the big creators left. They weren't making money, so there goes the ad revenue. There goes eyes on the product, and that's why
Mhm. That is true.
absolutely, and that's why I see the success of Reels or YouTube Shorts or even TikTok, that they have these creator rewards programs where people are actually making money off the content they create, and that keeps content on your app, so you can provide more advertisements, so people keep watching. It's a neat little cycle.
It is. And just one way how somebody regular can go on TikTok and just go live and generate a following and have people watch them and just generate easy following like that way was like a big step from like Vine where yeah, like we used to be over here and we was doing the same thing. So now I can jump to like any other app that will allow me to record myself or even go live to have somebody at least to see what the content is about.
Exactly, and that's that natural human curiosity there. Now, let me ask you this: if content creators on Vine got paid like TikTok creators do today, do you think the app would still be around?
I feel like it would. I think it would at least sustain because they would have all their heavy hitters still on Vine and they can still generate buku money if they really wanted to and just make millions or maybe even billions off the app. But they probably still would have had some competition with the other competitors like
Hmm.
TikTok and Facebook and YouTube Shorts on there as like another competitor. But I feel like they could still somewhat stand a chance. They want to say yes and no, but I
Hmm.
still feel like they still make some money off of Vine and having like like the heavy hitters like King Batch, Lele Pons, Brittany Ferlin, um, even the Logan brothers. Like if they had them on there, I feel like they could still generate enough money to sustain the app where it can live freely enough where you'll still have eyes on not only TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, but also on Vine as well.
I agree with that, but they would also have to like evolve to have longer content on their app. Like with TikTok, I
Hmm.
can watch a 6 second clip on a loop. I can watch a 2 minute cooking video, or I've seen like whole television episodes on TikTok. So
Yeah,
the length
I
and
agree.
variety, absolutely, and it's like the length and variety of the content is outstanding. There's truly something for everybody on there.
Yeah, because half the time I fall into the rabbit hole on TikTok, and a lot of times it is different stories. I mean, well, like you said, with like whole episodes is on there. You can watch it for like 20 to like 30 minutes if you really want to. I think I
Hmm.
watched a Pokemon episode a couple times on there where they just play the whole thing, and I'm like, wow, you got the whole episode on TikTok.
I know, right? Just breaking those copyright laws for our entertainment.
All right.
So let's get into the Vine draft. So we're each gonna draft uh, 5 Vines for our team, and
Do-do-do-do-do.
we'll let you guys, the audience, decide who had the better Vine team. So let's see. Let me grab a coin. We'll flip a coin for the first overall pick.
I'll call tails.
All right, call tails. 1 second. And the flip, it is head. So I will have the first number I'll pick. So that's a lot of pressure. I got to pick a good one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You got this, man. You got this.
All right. With the first overall pick in the Tap In Conversation Podcast Vine Draft, Jobie chooses Free Shavakadu.
Get to Del Taco. They got a new thing called free Shavakadu.
Okay.
It's classic.
It's a good one. Okay.
Absolutely. Like every time I pass like a Del Taco, I'm like, Free Shavakadu. All right. Who you taking number 2 overall?
So if I have to pick number two, ooh, I probably will say it's kind of hard because now I'm just looking at mine. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Like one's better than like the other one. Mm, I probably will say, damn, Daniel, back at it again with the Vans, because
Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white van.
I would say that was on my top. Like that's like my top five like Vine ever, and
Mm-hmm.
just to hear everybody say damn Daniel," and literally I probably would say I knew about at least 4 or 5 Daniels. So I'm always looking at them like, damn, Daniel, back at it again with the Vans. And they are like, yeah, back at it with the white Vans.
Absolutely. All right. For round 2, my pick is going to be Road Work Ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
uh, you suck because that was one of mine too.
Dude, every time I pass like one of those roadwork signs, I quote that Vine 100% of the time.
Everything. Yes. And I actually did say that earlier today when I did drove by a road that had work ahead. And I'm like, I sure hope so because this is stupid.
I'll even do it with like other signs. Like I'll be like wanting Taco Bell really late. Open past midnight. Yeah, I sure hope it is.
I hope so.
All right, what's your number 2 pick?
So, do you remember this one? This was a video of a girl, I guess, vaping and she's blowing the smoke out of her mouth. And it points the camera to a guy saying, "Wow." Wow.
Yes, I love
I
that
love
video.
that one.
Just the awkward camera turn is perfect.
Yeah, you're just like, wow. That was perfect.
It's definitely a good one.
And then we
Um,
definitely so.
my my third pick is gonna be that little girl, all them geese or ducks, whatever. She's like, look at all these chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
I
Like,
quote that I don't know how many times. Like, even when I'll go by a just a regular duck pond or like something
mhm.
like near me, and I see all these like geese everywhere, and I'm just like, look at all these chickens.
Yeah, like there's geese that were near my work that I sent you a picture of. Like every time I pass those flock
Yeah,
of geese, I'm like, look at all these chickens.
look at all these chickens.
And what's your
That yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your third pick?
So I will say my third one is fuck your chicken strips. Fuck your chicken strips. Fuck your chicken strips.
Hey, now those chicken strips.
Fuck your chicken strips! Go. Fuck your chicken strips!
That's a classic. I remember like going into Dairy Queen. Fuck you, chicken strips. Just copying the
Oh,
vine.
I can imagine them probably looking at you like, "Fuck our chicken strips." Okay, well you can get out, sir. Like you don't have to buy one.
Like, sir, there's an extra charge for that. Like,
Like that's a extra charge plus sauce with that, so I don't think you'll want that.
sir, I'm calling the police.
I'm calling them right now. Chris, I'm calling the police. Dials 911 on the microwave.
Yeah, is that a weed? 911, what's your emergency? I fucking love that vine.
Oh, see, we can do this all day with like Vines, because Vine, I would say, is definitely one of the best errors that could
Yes,
ever come for us for some type of amusement for us.
absolutely. We might as well change the show to the Vine and Conversation podcast because I could talk about this forever.
Like
Um,
all day.
all right, so my fourth pick is two bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Two bros chilling in the hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
And it's just funny. Like, a dude was just looking at his balcony and was like, this would make a good vine. And I told you who that was. It was Anthony Padilla, one of the founders of Smosh, the channel on YouTube I watch.
You did. You definitely did. I'm like, ain't no way this man just went viral just recording two dudes in a hot tub that was like 5 feet apart, and because they're not gay. I wish they bring Vine back.
Absolutely.
Like I
I do
really
too.
do.
I'm curious as to what your fourth pick is. Because we've taken some pretty good ones off the board.
Okay. So my fourth one, I will say this one. I used to quote this every day on the mic with gaming friends. If I'm in public, I'm just saying it randomly and just having somebody at least either look at me like I'm crazy or just bust out laughing. So my fourth one I'm gonna say is there I was with barbecue sauce on my titties.
So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties.
That's such a classic one, especially when the girl in the video, she just like hits the ground laughing so hard.
Now, like just rolling on like on the floor.
That was actually my next pick. So you stole that one out from under me.
I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. I got backups. So my fifth and final pick is going to be It Is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Ah!
Uh,
which is very fitting because Tap In Conversation podcast, new episodes weekly on Wednesdays. Had to plug ourselves there. So, what's your fifth one?
This is my favorite one that I do sometimes still quote. I think I even said this when we were talking about making the episode for Vine, but my number one pick, I will say, is even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
You know what? I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
Absolutely, that was a
Like
good one.
I just love how he was so serious, but at the same time, just being so positive. Because like, I don't care if I look dark or not, I still love myself.
Gotta love the self confidence.
Gotta love it.
And that concludes our Vine draft. Let us know if you want to see more drafts in future episodes. And let us know, did Kobe win the draft? Did Jobie win the draft? Our names kind of rhyme, so just let us know if one of us won.
Kobe.
Well, we're not self-promoting. No. I'm just kidding.
And Jobie.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. Who do you think had the better overall Vine draft? This edition of If Music is Therapy, Then Who is Your Therapist? Features the story-driven soundtrack-filled video game that is Mixtape. So, when you think of music-themed video games, you may think like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, Just Sing, or maybe even Just Dance. But Mixtape, it just breaks the mold for these music-themed video games. It's a story about three friends who are about to go on an epic journey through the past, through memories, music, and one last hurrah before they head their separate ways post-high school. The music ties perfectly through a journey, and it almost feels like a music video that you get to curate and make your own. Mixtape shows that the simplest of memories or experiences can be exemplified by the perfect soundtrack and the right people around you. Now, I've had a few playthroughs, and I keep playing it again and again just to relive the incredible story. I highly recommend playing through the story at least once. It maybe takes an hour and a half to complete, but with the various genres, tones, and themes the game provides, it leaves you hopeful and excited, yet sad that the journey inevitably comes to an end. The art style is breathtaking. It's simple but beautiful. It catches your eye, especially some of the scenery of like the mountains, or kind of a spoiler alert, when you're floating through the fields to the music. The art is just breathtaking. Now, I do want to thank you for listening to If Music is Therapy, Then Who is Your Therapist? Now we're going to get to Kobe with the trivia.
And this part of the segment is going to be some trivia with some Vine.
Do it for the Vine. Do it for the Vine. I
Do it
ain't
for the
gonna do
Vine.
it.
I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it.
If you want a burger, eat a burger.
Burger. You want a French fry? Eat a French fry. So for the first question is, who created Vine? And there's three people, but if you can give two, I'll give you 2 out of 3.
I looked all this up when I was doing research for my notes for the episode. I remember one name very well. It was Colin Kroll. I've seen like some interviews with Kroll, and I know one guy had like a last name I can't really pronounce.
Mm-hmm. It does. It starts with the Y.
Yusupov, last name Yusupov. I apologize for botching the name.
Honestly, I would have done the same thing because I've been looking at this name since we talked about it. I was like, I don't want to butcher that name, but
I sincerely apologize. That was a tough one for me. I will gladly look it up after the episode so I can actually learn the pronunciation, but right now I'm kind of stumped.
so okay. If you can name one more, then you're the GOAT. I mean, you're already the GOAT, but you really would be the GOAT if you can name all three.
You hear that, LeBron James? I'm the GOAT. I'm just kidding. Was it Hoffman?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
You got all three. Come on.
1 for 1.
So for the next one, I used to say this when it came out in that era. Oh my gosh. Um, this person actually coined the phrase eyebrows on fleek. What was her name?
I remember so many videos back then from like them saying eyebrows on fleek.
Eyebrows on fleek. The fuck?
I remember her. I see the vine in my head because I remember she was wearing glasses and she had that, sassy head movements while she was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, like, in my brain, my record of vines I have stored up.
Better open it and start switching through those pages.
I'm trying. I feel like SpongeBob in that one episode where he's looking through all the records in his head.
Oh yeah, and then everything's just going all chaotic and it's on fire. It's just like, what's going on? What's going on?
That's me trying to think of this Viner's name. I don't remember her real name. I remember her like her moniker, her like content name. So if you'll take that answer.
I'll take that one.
Peaches Monroe.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
2 for 2.
So her actual name is Kayla Newman.
Okay.
And the phrase came out in June of 2014.
Eyebrows on fleek.
Eyebrows on fleek. The fuck?
The fuck?
Okay, so this one's kind of hard because there was other big Vine videos at the time, but this one, everybody should know this one. This one was like the number one Vine video around that time period, but it was called "What Are Those?" Who was the name that made that video?
I'm trying to remember because I remember the one of the little boy like, what are those? And he's like, they're my sandals. Was it Brandon Moore? I remember reading that.
No.
No? Okay.
I'll give you one more chance. You got this.
I honestly don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to forfeit this one. I'm not sure.
Okay. This one was Young Busco. If you remember him at all.
Oh, because didn't he do it to a cop?
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
I remember that now, yeah. It jogged my memory.
Yeah, I was even about to look it up, but yeah, that's definitely him.
Cool.
What are those?
I remember one, they were like at a lake and they jumped from the pier, and I guess their dad was wearing like those swimming shoes that have like the toe shoes. And he
Oh
jumped.
yeah.
He's
I
like,
seen that one.
what are those? And had like the bubble effects.
I was like, this is my water shoes. Like, what do you mean? What are those?
All right, so 2 for 3, not a bad start.
That's not bad. The next one. So we were talking about big names for Vine, like the top creators for it. So my next question is, who was the king of Vine around that area or that era? I meant to say.
I know we already discussed like King Bach, and I remember, I want to say I listened to an interview with him where he was like, "Yeah, when Vine ended, I was the followed most creator." And I know he had a huge following. Like his vines were getting millions of views.
Millions.
I'm gonna go with King
Buku
Bach.
millions.
Yeah,
You got that one correct.
let's go.
His real name is Andrew Bachelor, and he actually had over 17 million followers on the Vine.
Oh wow! And I did not know that was his real name. Say it for me one more time.
Andrew Bachelor.
Andrew Bachelor. Okay, yeah, I did not know that.
See, I didn't either until I was looking at the top creators in that era, and he was like the number one. I was like, oh. I said, yeah, I remember you. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that was your name. But yeah, it was Andrew Bachelor. But which it kind of makes sense because batch with Bachelor,
Yeah.
I can see that. And then I didn't say this one for our drafts, but I did save it for the last question for the trivia. So, how old was the guy who made the vine that was, "Hi, welcome to Chili's"?
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
So it was either him or his brother, because there was, it was him and his brother that made vines, and one of them passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one that I'm talking about for the answer part of it.
Yeah, because I remember they had vines like where he was doing like the vape on the table, and he goes, oh, "Adam." I'm gonna say, because they were vaping back then, so I'm gonna say they were of age and say they were 18.
That one is right. He filmed it when he was 18 for the Hi, welcome to Chili's. But when he passed away, he passed back in 2024 of April, and he was just 24 years old.
Rest in peace, Adam. A true comedy legend for
Rest
the
in peace,
Vine.
man. I still look in the mirror half the time, and I'm always talking about some, "Hi, welcome to Chili's."
Absolutely.
Rest in peace to the man.
Yes, I do the same thing. Well, 4 out of 5. I had a pretty good run in this episode, but I know a lot about Vine. I'm chronically online.
Same. I can quote Vine. We can go back and forth all day about some Vine videos.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna try to go for perfection next week on our next episode. I'm gonna try to go for a 5 for 5.
And if you try to do that, then I really gotta come with some crazy hard questions just for you, because I want to see you at least like not get none right, maybe get one right, but I want to make them hard as possible. But we'll see. Well, yeah, like we'll have to see.
Sounds like a challenge. I can't wait. Well, that's all the time we have for the Tap In Conversation podcast. I want to thank everybody for listening. Give us a like and a comment. And Cubby, won't you tell them where they can find the show?
You can find the show on Spotify. We're on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, anywhere that you can find Tap In Conversation podcast on.
Absolutely. And also tap in our socials. You can find us on Facebook and TikTok, and where we're going to be posting some exclusive content soon. I do want to leave you guys with my phrase, love above hate.
And I will leave y'all with mine. Peace, love, and positivity.
Bye now.
See you guys.
Yeah. You already know what it is.